216-578-1007 if you want to join us live. In here, 800-348-1007. 35192 to send me a text. Alan, I fix appliances, and I am busier than ever. I'm at 7 houses a day. It's very important to have a working dishwasher. There you go. I mean, there are people who are, if your business is focused on things at home, you're probably doing just fine. I think that some people are paying now more attention. Tom Hanks was patient zero in the celebrity community for the coronavirus, and then Idris Elba. And there have been other people along the way who have gotten it. Some Scottish...
Did Morgan Freeman get it?
Not Morgan. I don't think Morgan Freeman. One of the dudes from Game of Thrones, the guy with the big red beard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tormund.
Gilgamesh.
There you go. Gilgamesh. Did Utnapishtim get it too, or just Gilgamesh?
I don't know his name.
I don't know his name in real life, but his name's Tormund on the show.
Sure.
And now Daniel Day Kim has it. Do you know who Daniel Day Kim is? He was on Lost.
He was on Lost, and he was in
Hawaii Five-0.
Hawaii Five-0, and he's been in a bunch of
things.
Yeah.
If you watched Lost back in the day, I was hooked on that show.
I was too. That was the first... Okay, so Game of Thrones had that real big, everybody hates the ending. I feel like Lost was the first one of that, when it's, spoiler alert, everybody's dead, and they've been dead the whole time. I was young, and
everybody
I
was guessing
pissed.
that, yeah.
Well, I was pissed because it was like, come on, man, why even take me through this whole thing if everybody's been dead the whole time? It wasn't even fun.
There were a couple of middle seasons of Lost, and I don't remember how many seasons it was on.
9, I think.
Oh, that? I
it
don't
was
know.
a lot.
It was a long time. So there were a couple of seasons in the middle there where I almost bailed because I'm like, they would just stack questions upon questions, and you got this. There are some shows where you get this vibe that the writers don't know what's going on. They're making it up, even though they swear up and down.
That was
we've already got that was the plan all
6.
along.
There was only 6 seasons.
Yeah, I think it
it
wasn't a decade. Anyway, 6 years, and so I hadn't been in Cleveland that long when the finale aired, and Channel 5 had their feed cut out or something. I told the story at the time. We were living in Tremont. I was screaming at my television because Gwen didn't care about Lost, but I had watched it the whole time up till then, and so I'm like waiting for this finale or whatever. Anyway, Daniel Day Kim, who's currently on one of these doctor shows called New Amsterdam. I don't even know if that's on anymore. I think that show might have been canceled, but he was shooting that show and said that he contracted this. Now, he has the double whammy of being Asian, obviously, and so he's kind of telling people, yes, I'm positive for this. I got it in New York City. I didn't get it in China. I have this. He's like, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty close to being back to, feeling okay. But he came out and said that people should stay inside. And if you treat this without care, he says, you're potentially endangering the lives of millions of people, including your loved ones. And he calls out the cowardly and inexcusable xenophobia, meaning stop screaming at Chinese people, right? Now, somebody else who was on Lost, and I think is super foxy, but she just got a little less hot to me, is Evangeline Lilly, who's also the Wasp in the Ant-Man movies.
What'd she do?
She is very proudly not self-quarantining. She is somebody who thinks that this is all an election year hoax. She says that she lives with her father, who has stage 4 leukemia, but still doesn't see the big deal about the coronavirus. She says it's business as usual for her family. She posted something on Instagram, which I don't know why you would do that, because everyone is going to murder you on social media.
Did she sing Imagine too?
She's Canadian. She lives in Hawaii, and she said that she had just dropped her kids off at gymnastic camp, to which I was like, who's still having gymnastic camp? She said they all wash their hands before going in. They're playing and laughing. And she chalks it up to, she goes, it's always something. It's an election year. I'm like, yeah, the virus doesn't know it's an election year. So, yeah, I think Evangeline Lilly is hot, but she's a little less hot now.
A little dumb.
I'm not even saying dumb.
I feel like
I'm just saying, like, I'm fascinated at the conclusions people will draw Some
Now-
people value their lives over freedom. Some people value freedom over their lives, she says. So I guess she's one of those. I don't know.
I don't feel like I'm not free right now. I feel like I'm just trying to protect
Being
people
safe.
that can be more susceptible to the disease.
She said, where we are right now feels a little too close to martial law, MARSHALL.
Like we were talking about
God,
yesterday.
I hate her.
Marshall Mathers.
Dumb.
I hate
So,
her.
whatever. Whatever. But I'm surprised, so on the one hand, you've got Daniel Day Kim, who was her Lost co-star for many years, who is positive with the COVID-19. And on the other hand, you've got her in Hawaii. They shot Lost in Hawaii. She must have just loved it there and stayed.
I would.
Why wouldn't you?
Come on, if I had the money.
Because I feel like Hawaii is great when everything's fine. But right now, I mean, they've got it on Hawaii. It's not like they've been spared.
Yeah,
and you're
but-
so far from the mainland
So
that, like,
what?
you got, you got. You
Yes.
better hope that you're doing okay.
They have hospitals.
I'd be
Yeah.
right, but I'd be nervous.
Why?
Because Alaska or Hawaii, you're so far away from the mainland.
Why do you need to be on
It's
the mainland?
it's a double-edged sword. Supply lines, man. Why do you think a gallon of milk is $10 in Hawaii?
You're
Like,
not drinking milk anyway. You'll be fine. They still have water. They still have all the essentials that you need.
I'm
We got
just-
lava.
I'm-
we have way less lava
Yeah,
here.
what about the lava?
What's your
Smog?
magma supply?
lava,
Like Alan?
lava soap. They've got
That-
real lava. I don't know what their lava soap supplies are.
so
No, I have friends that live in Hawaii, and they're posting. They're like, "Hey, much love to everybody. We're doing
sit
okay
my
out here."
ass on the beach and watch the waves and forget that the world's insane.
Watch the world burn.
You live there. This isn't like getting stuck on vacation. You have a home there. You have a job there. Your family is there. That's where you live.
You got
Right,
spam.
but
I
it
would
is-
rather be
but
there.
it is still around you. They have
Yeah.
cases there.
I understand that.
So what's the difference between living there or living here?
Because
It's in paradise.
Look outside.
Yeah, look outside right here.
It's gray.
It's sad.
It's been raining a lot. I don't know,
34
I'll take
degrees
Hawaii.
on an
You know
average.
what? You know what?
And I'm not even a beach guy, and I'll
you
take
know
Hawaii.
what?
What?
You Ohio natives
Okay,
who've taken
Chicago.
this, you've taken this for granted, right? I'm not even from here, and I look outside, and you know what I see?
What?
Paradise.
Do you?
I see paradise.
Okay, mister, I'm sad I couldn't go to Jamaica. Don't even.
Yes,
I am
but
sad.
as
So
you
that's what I'm saying.
As you
I don't
look-
want to live there or get stuck there.
Now, on vacation, if you lived in Hawaii, which is part of the United States, and you had your same health care and everything like that, anybody would much rather be in Hawaii than Ohio.
You talk to people who have lived. My parents. I've never been to Hawaii. My wife has been. My parents have been.
They took that secret trip. That's why he's.
That's what he's
what
got a
it's
chip on his shoulder about
He doesn't
Hawaii
like Hawaii 'cause
specifically.
His parents did a secret trip.
No. I would very much like to go someday. But when you talk to people who have lived in Hawaii for a long time, they're like, I can't even afford to go back home if I want to.
We're not talking
It's so
about-
goddamn expensive. I know, but there are people who like want to get out of Hawaii and they can't because it's so. It's
We're
But there's
talking
people
about
who wanna get
having
out of
lost
Ohio
money,
and
like
can't.
Evangeline Lilly. You're the
I
wasp.
know.
You got
Okay.
a lot of money.
All right.
So the money is not the aspect here.
Didn't make her any smarter.
No.
No one said it did. But she's in Hawaii. She probably is living a nice life, and I could understand that. And also,
depending
you
on
look
what
out
part of
here,
Hawaii-
Alan. You say this is paradise. Well, they paved it.
Put up a parking lot.
Depending on what part of Hawaii she's
No,
in.
no, let that one sit for a
Okay,
second,
sorry.
all right? That one, it
I
deserves.
thought you would appreciate that of everyone.
What, that they paved the paradise?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
She doesn't get it. What are you talking about? You don't know Little Yellow Taxi? Joni Mitchell.
No.
Counting Crows did it. I'm trying to think of a more contemporary cover.
John Mayer covered it.
John Mayer.
What song?
Little Yellow Taxi. Paved
John- well,
Paradise.
no.
Put up a parking lot. You don't la la la. You don't know that song? Okay. That's what we should be doing instead of Imagine. The Alan Cox Show cast members should be doing Little Yellow Taxi.
There you go.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Hey, that's it.
Paved Paradise.
Yeah.
Put up a parking lot. La 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 la. You don't know that song? Little Yellow Taxi.
It was like a radio hit for John Mayer.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
I don't
Because that's
know.
the only reason
No,
I
it
know
absolutely
it.
was not.
I don't know
How
if
would
that's
I know
true.
it then?
You probably
Little
dated a girl
Yellow
who liked John
Taxi?
Mayer.
No, I remember hearing it on the radio in like 2004.
Maybe XM.
Poundcake, do you know this song?
No, never heard
I
of
figured
it.
I'd ask
John
you.
Mayer did not sing this song. He might have covered it once. It definitely was not on air. I promise you
I'm
that.
telling you.
I'm sorry, Big Yellow Taxi is what it's called. The original, Joni Mitchell.
They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.
Counting Crows did this with Vanessa Carlton many years ago.
I mean, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Counting Crows.
This-
question my John Mayer. Come
All
on.
right, well,
It always seemed to go that that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. They took all the trees, put them in a tree museum.
Oh, a tree museum.
Tree museum. This is kind of roll back, bloody tree museum.
Yeah.
Okay, someone else has got this.
What?
He's trying
I'm
to
not the
tell me I'm
only
wrong.
one. No, I'm just, there's like a whole thing of people thinking that John Mayer did a version of this.
Counting
I was
Crows
like,
is the
I've
one I
heard
remember.
Yeah.
so much of
So
John
it's like
Mayer.
Shazam, just for a song.
Yeah, Kazam, Shazam, whatever.
Farmer, put away the DD.
It's kind of along the lines of My City Was Gone by the Pretenders. Chrissy Hine talking about coming back to Akron and everything she remembers is gone.
Please don't, it always seemed to go that you don't
This
know
is
what
funny.
you've got till it's gone. They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.
I mean, I Googled John. I'm sure we all
He's
did.
never done
I
it.
didn't see it. Actually, I'm surprised. That sounds like a song he would do, you know?
The screen door
He might have had like a part of it in a live performance where he had a 9-minute song and he put a part of this in there, maybe, but he did not cover this song.
Yeah.
I know John Mayer's discography pretty well.
Okay.
Now, on your point of that lady being less hot because she's acting that way, I was not talking to a guy, but I was texting with this dude, and he is flipping out about this, like panic level 1,000, and I didn't realize how unattractive that was to me. That I was like, dude, you gotta get a grip on things. This is, I don't know if it's maybe like a biological man thing where I'm like, you need to hold something together. Because
I think it's imperative that you not freak out now because
yeah.
we're on like day whatever
5.
of yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you don't know. Keep some in the tank, man.
yeah, he's
Is he a
losing
single
his
dude?
mind. Yep.
Oh well, that's okay.
Well, but we've been. But
he
I'm
doesn't
like,
have a wife or a kid to keep calm. I mean, you know,
I
that's
understand,
okay.
but I'm saying that was a very unattractive quality to me.
Oh, I
being
understand.
completely out of your mind
Yeah.
and just being like, but man, I've been seeing this coming. I'm telling you, you got to get supplies. I feel like I got to go. And I'm like, you need to chill is what you need to do.
I think here's Counting Crows. My wife's a huge Counting Crows fan, but when you see him live,
I'm
like
not,
some sort of-
I am not wrong, Bill.
I know you're not wrong, but there's some sort of Mandela effect going on here. Like
everybody
Shazam
imagines
movie.
he did it.
Well, like not everybody. There's a group of people that feel like it was a John Mayer song, and it wasn't, and it's
Maybe
weird.
he has some similar lyrics in a song or something, but I'm listening to this and it doesn't sound like any John Mayer song that I know.
Right, and that's what. It's very strange because I remember there being like a John Mayer.
The only thing I can
type
think
song.
of is why Georgia has similar. He talks about driving, but it's not the same.
Alan, this whole time I thought they said Invade Paradise. Invade Paradise. Alan, tell Mary the Zac Brown Band just canceled their 2020 tour.
Come on.
Okay, Alan, little known fact about John Mayer, he has no teeth. They are straight up fake teeth.
Good for him.
That can't, was he in Manger Tings?
I think he was.
John Mayer.
Hey, John Mayer.
Mayer thing.
Yeah, your money and a Manger gang.
Man, I really thought it was a John Mayer song.
No, I
Or a
only
cover.
remembered Counting Crows doing it, and Joni Mitchell.
I think if there's anything you can defer to me on, it's probably that.
Right, and that's why I'm so confused. Like I because I remember it so vividly, like hearing it and thinking it was a John Mayer song, and then it not being that. It's like there's a glitch in my brain, and that makes me feel like, uh-oh.
Ew, what else am I wrong about?
Oh, brain.
Hey, Melissa.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing out there?
Oh, better now that I'm out of the house.
Yeah, right.
I've been working online like crazy.
Yep.
So, just the air feels great.
Good.
Thank you guys. You're like my relief.
Good.
Hi.
I also remember. I swear Janet Jackson redid it with Joni Mitchell, and then she also did a remix with Carly Simon too.
Well, she
About
did a
this,
song. Yeah, she did a song that sampled it. She did a song called "Got Till It's Gone," and she sampled "Big Yellow Taxi."
Okay. All right.
I don't know that she covered it. I think she
That's what I was
sampled it.
thinking of.
Thank you, Melissa.
Got it.
All right, cool. Anyway, yeah, Janet Jackson did something years
Bill,
ago where
maybe-
she sampled that.
Maybe John Mellencamp is who you're talking about?
No.
No, well,
not-
maybe, I don't know. John
No,
Mellencamp?
it was John Mayer.
Okay.
I don't think
Same.
anyone
But
would confuse Mellencamp
That was in
and
my
Mayer.
brain. Like
Yeah.
it maybe John Mellencamp did it at some point. But I really thought it was a John Mayer cover from like 2004, like around the time of like Bodies at Wonderland kind of thing, right? That was around 2004.
No. Bodies of Wonderland.
was his first, like,
maybe.
yeah.
99 was his first album, but
His first big hit was No Such Thing.
No Such Thing was Inside
Yeah.
Wants Out. Yeah, is 1999. Almost positive.
And so now you know that he's singing all those songs through fake teeth.
Fine with me. I don't keep do what you do, baby.
Alan, I
voice
had
is
two
real.
roommates that lived in Hawaii, and they hated it. See, I'm curious why.
Well, it depends on what you're doing
Right.
there.
Again, this is a scenario where you're living in Hawaii and you have
A lot
the
of money.
funds
Yeah,
to
I
live
understand.
in Hawaii.
I understand. One of the first job offers I ever got in radio was Key West. And it was one of those things where they're like, oh, you're paid in sunshine. And I'm like, I can't pay my rent with sunshine, bro.
Right.
I don't want to sleep on the beach, you know? And plus, places where it's really, really nice.
No one was listening to radio.
No, not that. It's harder to get people to like focus on their jobs because it's so nice out. Because I was doing some, there was a part of my brain where I was like, I'm not prepared for that yet. It was way early in my career. I was not prepared to be doing morning drive yet. And, but the other part was the guy going, yeah, well, you know, sometimes it's hard getting people to focus on work. I'm like, I don't want to be in that environment. I'm 110% focused on work. I don't want to be chasing down people who are like, yeah, I'm going to be at the beach. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, thanks.
And you're chasing toddlers. You're not chasing your employees.
Adults.
Yeah.
You know what I call that, Bill?
What's that?
Paradise.
Put up a parking lot. I like parking lots. I don't like street parking. It's not fun.
You don't like street parking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. So anyway, if you're loaded, anywhere is fun to live.
Yeah.
Right.
But Hawaii would be better than here.
All right, if you're loaded, would you want to live in Cleveland or would you want to live in Hawaii?
I would want to live on the very tippy top of my building. You're living on the 9th floor, right?
Of your building?
Of your
Of
building.
house?
Your house building?
No. Bill's living on the 9th floor of his building.
Yeah.
Right? I would want to live. I would feel safest in one of the, like in a high rise, right? Where you got to get through a doorman. When I lived in a high rise, I've lived in a couple of high rises over my career. Those have been my favorite places to live because you're just.
There's going to be openings in my
you're
building.
away from Yeah.
Lots of people dying.
They're closing all the senior centers. That includes Bill's building.
Kicky Foot's going to kick the bucket.
He's going to kick one last
Kicky
thing with
bucket.
that foot.
Yeah.
All right, let me break here. 35192, you want to text, alancoxshow.com. There are plenty of things to waste your time with there if you're looking for something there.